ask you to come up, and we're going to call off 5 names, and then we're going to ask the 5 people to come on up, so that we can get people in orderly fashion. We'll ask you to take your 3 minutes, and we want to allow as many people as possible to speak. Now, they had a bell up here for me. I used to work in retail. I can't stand bell. I don't want to hear it either. But are you going to do the stopwatch thing? Okay. You'll do the stopwatch thing. So, first person, if you want to go ahead and start.
Keegan Rosser.
I have a whole thing written, but first I would like to respond to what my student government said earlier. I would just like to say that I support my faculty's right to determine their own actions and strike if they see fit. If they do nothing, this school will only become worse and worse for students whom our student government claims to support. It is President Ely who has created this climate of fear and not the faculty. So, that being said, Chairman Lewis, this is directed at you. I'd like to formally introduce myself. My name is Keegan Rosser. I'm a Running Start student here at Green River Community College. I am Vice President of Queers and Allies, and queer and trans, and I am but one small part of Green River's diverse community that you claim to serve. However, your actions speak otherwise. For those who don't remember me, I'm that angry queer who told President Ely that she should be ashamed of herself. I thought that she was my only concern at the last meeting. And then you, Chairman Lewis, started speaking. From the second you walked into that room, you were closed off to us. All of us informed you that the meeting was not fully open to the public and thus was illegal. And someone even read the exact wording of the relevant law along with the Washington State Supreme Court ruling describing the intent of that law, but you refused to listen. You told us that we had no idea what we were talking about. You told us that the law didn't apply there, that there were provisions. I guess you were wrong about that. But the point isn't that we were right and you were wrong. It's that you wouldn't listen. You would not even entertain the notion that you were wrong. That is not the duty of a public official. Just because we did not elect you does not mean that you do not have to answer to us. What was your possible motive for conducting that meeting how you did? Did you hope we'd just go away? Maybe that we'd forget about everything? Was it just a big power trip? In fact, I find it quite hypocritical of you, the chairman of a board of trustees of a college, a community college, that you would sit up there and close off your mind, dismissing us like children, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Now, with my remaining time, I'd like to show you something.
Everybody please stand up and link arms.
The administration thinks it can divide us. Ely thinks she can turn us against each other. She thinks she can minimize our movement. Chairman Lewis thinks he can make it all better by moving the venue, and then he'll shut up. I'm here to say that we are not divided. We are united and numerous, and we will not be silenced. So I would like everyone in the room to repeat after me. President Ely and the Board of Trustees.
President Ely and the Board of Trustees.
Stop misusing our tuition dollars.
Stop misusing our tuition dollars.
Fund programs, not buildings.
Fund programs, not buildings.
Cut no programs.
Cut no programs.
Serve your diverse public.
Serve your diverse public.
We are united.
We are united.
We support our faculty.
We support our faculty.
We are all Q5.
We are all Q5.
Ely must go.
Ely must go.
Thank you.
Ely must go.
Jamie Wyatt.
I'm Jamie Wyatt. I'm 30, and I'm a single mom, a first-generation student, and an early childhood education student. I'm a member of PTK, I'm a member of Queers and Allies, and I'm also a member of Teachers of Tomorrow on campus. I, for one, believe that a college doesn't support education over brick and mortar. It's terrible. Ely villainized our professors, citing their contract-negotiated salary increase, but didn't cite their own 34% admin increase in salary. Amazing professors like Professor Sharks, Professor Kessler, Professor Holtz, they don't just instruct us. They help us navigate through life and at times bend over backwards in order to help us. It's atrocious the way Ely has attempted to pit students against the faculty. It's it's not going to happen. Stop abusing IP funds. Spend it on quality instruction. I would rather be in this cold, drafty building with a quality and amazing instructor than a new building at the cost of quality instruction.
We divided our time, so I'm also presenting with her. It is amazing, and the time is still running. It is amazing how you can acknowledge that you do have a level of authority, that it would be inappropriate for you to conduct yourself in some ways. And yet, at the Board of Trustees meeting just last week, that authority that is over me already stared me in the face, didn't blink. That authority, as me being a student, shut me down during a public information. Perhaps you do have a good relationship with some of the students, but not with all of us. Particularly, students of color have been silenced during public forum. We have been shut down. We have been interrupted. If we are in such a deficit, how is it that we could spend $121 million on new buildings? And how is it that we can get new positions for VPs, 12 of them, and there's still empty seats? And if we're on such lean means, and the students are starving for their programs, how can you justify the insane, robust salary increases with our tuition dollars? We don't have books, we don't have programs, but you have our money in your pocket. Something has to change.
So the next five up are Diane, I'm going to mess up your last name, I'm sorry. Putri?
I was going to give you a shot at it.
Okay. Then after that will be Susanna Bradbury, Thomas Otts, Jasmine Stinceros, and Carrie Ann Allegri. So if you guys can step up, and then we'll just call you after that. Thank you.
Good evening, President Ely and trustees. My name is Diane Pelletier. I'm a scientist, an anatomist, an educator, and a parent of an 18-year-old who's deciding where to go to college next year. I'm here to talk today about what I perceive as a fundamental disconnect between the current administration's priorities for the college and those of the majority of the faculty. The root of the cause of the problem is a steady erosion over the last 4 years in shared governance. Linda, I'm sorry to report that shared or participatory governance is not working at our college. I'm deeply concerned that the Board of Trustees is underinformed and possibly, and sometimes seemingly, underinterested in the problems in shared governance currently egging the college. I'd like to share with you a document that's based on the American Association of University